I got that script you asked for. Kind of surprised you asked me to do a children's movie.
You were surprised. I'm desperate. Look, I'm trying to channel the spirit of family television. Look at my shirt. It's got cats on it, for Pete's sakes. Does that tell you my level of desperation? Anyway, the writer I usually hire for children's films and family-friendly stuff decided to freaking retire out of the blue. No warning, just nothing.
Really? You had no idea he was going to do that?
None whatsoever. The guy's only 87.
The secret of staying young is to live honestly. Eat slowly and get away from people like you. Now go away.
Why the hell is he in such a hurry to retire? I plan on doing this forever. Even if I'm bedridden. Hell, especially if I'm bedridden. That way, I don't have to wear pants.
Never mind retirement. Just kill me now.
So anyway, what do you got for me?
Oh, I got this great family-friendly film for all ages. I call it Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Much like Caesar and the fall of Rome, I should have seen this coming.
What are you getting so upset about? I might be about to tell you that it's a coming-of-age story about two 12-year-old boys who have an adventure one autumn that not only strengthens their friendship, but helps them to understand what it means to become an adult.
Wow, and that's what your script is about?
Oh, hell no. It's about an evil carnival that comes to town to feed on the pain and misery of the townsfolk before they're destroyed by a storm. It's awesome.
What did I expect? From the writer who gave me space dogs to attack via poor satellite installation.
You know I can hear you, right? And I'm still proud of that one. I just want to let you know that. I am.
Anyway, this is why I didn't want to ask you to write this script. You can't ever give me puppies and rainbows. It's always singing skeletons and Casper the Ghost rejects called Oogie Boogie or demons and snakes.
Oh, there's no snakes in this one. I am thinking about having some spiders, though.
Oh, joy. Look, you're totally missing my point. Just get this train wreck over with.
Actually, the train comes later in the story.
Stop burning down the village, Mel Brooks, and get into the story.
Leave us alone, Mel Brooks!
Right. Well, we start with narration.
Mr. Corsetti, our barber, cut my hair 1,000 times.
Or as I like to call it, masturbation of the lazy writer.
But more importantly, we introduce our main characters, Jim and Will.
And of course, I can still see Jim Nightshade, my best friend, my blood brother, my shadow.
They're best friends who do everything together, including spending time in detention.
So you're telling me our main characters are terrible children?
Well, not terrible.
Why were they in detention?
Because they were whispering.
Let this be a lesson to both of you. I will not have whispering.
That landed them in detention. Not that I would know anything about what would or would not land somebody in detention. I mean, it's not like I ever set up an elaborate hallway with mirrors on the floor and ceiling, and then some non-destructive explosive placed in very specific places and very specific people. And they would go off and it would guide them down this hallway where I had several cameras at just the right angle. That didn't happen. But why are we just talking about this? Continue.
Well, anyway, we also introduce a few other characters. We have the cigar shop owner, who likes money.
Hello, Mr. Cutler.
We have the barber, who likes women.
Hey, Mr. Corsetti.
Hello, boys.
And the amputee bar owner, who wishes he could play football again.
God, now don't be messing up my work, all right? Come on, I'll race you. What is it?
The bar owner aside, you do realize that a lot of guys want to get money and make women.
She's alive. Alive!
I mean, make money and get women, right? You aren't exactly making these guys stand out.
Well, that's all right, because the more important character is the librarian, who is Will's father.
Boy, Don, young Jim Nightshade, what can I find you? Something from the Arabian Nights now, full of magicians and monsters.
He has the biggest problem with them all.
The fact that you wrote him into this movie?
No, he's old.
Wait, you said the kid is like 12. How old is this guy?
Like 54.
You have got to be kidding me right now. You think that's old? Seriously?
Well, yeah, he's got gray hair and everything.
I have wine and a drawer full of underwear that is older than that. Is that all of the important characters?
Yeah, for now. The only other important character is Lightning Rod Salesman. He's just come to town trying to sell lightning rods to the local townsfolk, and right now he's walking among the houses and can sense that Jim's house is in danger.
I really wish he sold bad script detectors. I would have bought 3 and canceled this meeting before it ever happened. Anyway, and just what is Jim's house in danger of? This guy sells lightning rods. He's not a building inspector.
Oh, you live hereabout, boys?
These are our houses.
One of which, as I listen to it, has murmuring timber.
Regardless, he has to speak to Jim's father. Unfortunately, Jim's dad walked out on him and his mom, so he steals some money and buys a lightning rod, picking the one with scarabs on it.
The pyramids didn't have lightning rods.
How do you know? When's the last time you've been to ancient Egypt?
I haven't been to Dollywood in a while either, but I can guarantee you, Dolly Parton still has a great voice and is well endowed. Just tell me we're going somewhere with this plot line.
Oh, we are. You see, the lightning rod guy sees a woman in a block of ice. And then...
Yeah?
We see the doors close.
I know you said this was for kids, but I have seen drying paint that was more suspenseful than that.
We also find out that a carnival is coming to town. So the two boys sneak out that night to see it when they hear the train coming to town. They follow the train only to find the carnival is already set up. They look around, and that is when they find something truly scary.
Their ticket prices, the height of the Ferris wheel, a full 11 by 17 of your head shining in the noonday sun.
No. A spider.
If your scares are meant to put me in a deep, relaxing sleep, you're succeeding.
So the boys run home, and the next day they go to the carnival. At first it seems like a regular carnival, but then we see some peculiar things, like the cigar shop owner going on a Ferris wheel, but then disappearing.
Oh, this is my lucky day. I just won $1,000, and I have it here, and now I get to sit next to a, if I may say so, a very beautiful.
We also see the bar owner go to the mirror maze, and he miraculously sees his arm and leg back.
I tell you, I wish I was out there to run, to throw, and tackle.
And the strangest of them all, the barbershop guy, goes to a show with beautiful women, and they take all his clothes off.
Wait, was that last one supposed to be a terrible thing, or is wet dream? Because I can't tell which one it sounds like right now.
Oh, the boys figure something isn't right. So they decide to hide away until that night so they can explore it more.
Where are they going to hide? It's not like they won't be seen in the woods. There's no boxes around that you've spoke of except for the one holding your wig, which I've been telling you really should try sometime. Maybe inside of a tent that's not being used? I mean, where are they going to hide?
Under a wagon.
Come on.
A wagon? How is no one going to see them?
Well, because nobody's going to look under a wagon. I mean, you'd have to bend your knees slightly. It's far too much work.
You know what else is a lot of work, pal? Writing a decent script.
Well, thanks. I did work hard on this.
Not a compliment. And by the way, while we're on the subject, I just want to tell you how proud I am of how far your understanding about sarcasm has come.
Thank you.
Still not a compliment. Oh, never mind. Just continue.
Well, they find the owner of the carnival, Mr. Dark, and one of his henchmen, Mr. Cougar, inside a tent with a merry-go-round. Mr. Cougar goes on the merry-go-round, but Mr. Dark has it spin backwards. As it does this, Mr. Cougar gets younger until he's just a small child.
It's late. Time to go about your work.
You mean all this time I've been writing those things in the wrong way? Whew, I am so heading straight to Coney Island after we're done here. I would love to visit my 20s self again. You should have seen me back then. I could eat the sushi off the back of a $20 stripper while snorting lines of coke through a radiator hose. Okay, so it was takeout from Kung Pao and 48 hours of Star Trek marathon, but still!
Well, yeah, I mean, we all did that in our 20s. I mean, who didn't? I mean, the boys follow Kid Cougar to their teacher's house, where they find he's posing as her nephew. After they leave, we see their teacher staring in the mirror, wishing to be young. And before her eyes, she turns into a young woman. And then...
Please. Please.
She goes blind.
That's right. How'd you know that?
Because it's so obvious the carnival is giving them what they want, but not in the way they want it. Much like my ex-wife, who I used to say, honey, perhaps you should do the chanting with the candles and have the butter tub tonight. Anyway, I digress. So of course you're going to make her beautiful, but she's not going to be able to see it.
Regardless, Jim decides that the merry-go-round can make someone younger, it can also make them older. So he runs back to the carnival to do just that, so that he can be an adult. Will runs after him, and the two of them witness Mr. Dark torturing the lightning rod salesman. It turns out that Mr. Dark and the rest of his carnival can only exist until the next storm comes. And since the lightning rod guy claims to know when storms come, Mr. Dark is torturing him to reveal that information so that they know how much time they have.
Fury and the secret when!
Seriously, he's torturing the guy who sells lightning rods for this information. Why couldn't he find a local weatherman? Or perhaps open a newspaper? Heck, they even put the weather on certain back of crossword puzzles. He had many choices. Do they not have a 5-day forecast in that area? Or does he simply have a television that is on the fritz?
I don't know what you're talking about. Will screams when he sees the guy being tortured, so him and Jim have to run away. Mr. Dark sends the woman who keeps spiders as pets to go after them. This leads to the most terrifying scene in the whole film.
Another discussion about how old Pops is.
The boys get attacked by... spiders.
Yeah, I'm getting the impression you have a little bit of arachnophobia.
No, what makes you say?
Spider!
Kill it with fire!
Spider! You pee! That alone made this whole boring script meeting worthwhile. Oh, now finish this thing up so I can go home and take a wee nip and a wee nap.
That wasn't funny. Anyway, lightning strikes the lightning rod, and that causes the spiders to disappear. The next day, the boys are in town when they find that Mr. Dark and the carnival performers are having a parade, but they quickly realize it's actually a search party looking for them.
Why does this guy give a half a two craps about these two annoying little kids? And don't tell me it's because they've seen too much. They must be silenced. They're kids. Nobody's gonna believe a damn word they say. He ain't got nothing to worry about.
Well, regardless, the boys hide after Will calls his father. Mr. Dark questions Will's father about the two boys.
These boys I'm looking for. Perhaps you know them?
Showing them what they look like. Will's father gives Mr. Dark fake names, not realizing that Mr. Dark already has their names.
And he's worried about the kids knowing too much? He just flat out told Will's father that he has the missing school teacher. Why doesn't he just slap a sign on his back that says, "I'm evil, gotta stop me"?
That wouldn't work. The sign would clash too much with his outfit. It'd be terrible. That night, Will's father takes the two boys to the library where he reads from his father's diary, talking about a carnival that showed up in autumn. He also tells them that history books for the town mention a carnival showing up in autumn every so many years, and each time, terrible things happened. Mr. Dark then tries to bargain with Will's father, offering to make him young again, but when he doesn't initially take the offer, Mr. Dark gets impatient and begins to offer less and less.
33, 34, 35, 35, oh, 35. Time to father a family.
Mr. Dark's patience eventually gives out when Will's father refuses him completely and he instead searches the library himself. He eventually finds the boys and has the spider lady do a spell to make them quiet, and then has her do a spell to cause Will's father's heart to slow down until it almost stops.
And give him a brief taste of death, so that he may recognize it when it comes again.
This is when we get to the climax.
What? Where? What? It wasn't my dozo. Wait, this isn't Vegas. And, I mean, was that the end?
No, I just said now we get to the climax.
Oh, that explains what I was dreaming about. Continue, please.
Will's father follows them to the carnival, stopping only long enough to convince Jim's mother to get away.
Whatever the message
What are
will
you
be like,
doing?
believe me and go home.
No, I have to
Go
wait here
home,
for
Mrs.
Harry. I'm
Nightshade,
not...
for God's sake,
No.
go home.
After that, he goes to the Hall of Mirrors.
If you have a gag where one of the mirrors makes him look skinny and another one makes him look fat, I'm going to flip this table over and eat your spleen. I kid you not.
No. The mirrors show what they have been doing to the townspeople before showing his greatest regret. The day that Will almost drowned because his father was too scared of his heart condition to go in after him.
Wait, I got this. And then he jumps into the mirror and saves the drowning boy, redeeming himself!
Yeah, that's right. How'd you know that?
Trust me, the writing is on the wall.
You really should have someone clean that. Anyway, the lightning rod guy escapes and attacks the spider lady with the lightning rod, killing her. Will and his father run to the merry-go-round where Mr. Dark is about to have Jim ride it, only to knock him off of it just in time.
So now what? It must be fight time with Mr. Dark. I'm not sure what the hell a 12-year-old boy and a 54-year-old man who's got one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel, as far as he's concerned, are going to do against a dude with magic, but
Actually, they don't have to worry about it. The storm Mr. Dark was worried about has been brewing outside this whole time, and it strikes the tent with lightning, hitting the merry-go-round, causing Mr. Dark pain. He tries to get off the merry-go-round, but his pant leg is stuck on one of the horses, which causes his body to age as he continues to writhe in pain.
Dear God, I thought you wrote this for children. This is nightmare fuel for anyone under the age of 14.
Oh, don't worry, it eventually stops, and one of the performers pick up what is left of his corpse. Will, Jim, and Will's father run away as a tornado comes and sucks up the whole carnival. We can see the three of them, happy as can be, as they walk down the empty streets of the town. The end.
Picked up the corpse? Lightning. What? Wait, empty? All the people Mr. Dark took didn't come back?
No, why would they? I mean, they're part of the carnival now, and they just got swept up in a giant tornado. Duh. So, what did you think?
I think you're a sick bastard who likes to scare children. But, with that being said, I can see this appealing to a younger audience. It put me to sleep. But for someone younger who isn't going to find it predictable, boring, long-winded, highly suspect, it could be genuinely scary, I guess, sort of. I suppose we can make it, but do me a favor, the next time I ask you to write a children's story, just hit me really hard with the nearest object that has a sharp point. Maybe then I'll forget how badly I need the script and not have to go through this torture again. Nothing, and I mean nothing, including a botched vasectomy with a butter knife, a horrible hemorrhoid, or looking at your bald head in the sunlight is worth this amount of pain.
I don't know. I really enjoyed this meeting.
Dude, there's a spider on your shoulder.
Oh, get it off! It has legs! Ah!
I take it back. It was worth it just for that.
And now, for something completely different.
So you're telling me our main characters are horrible line delivery like that was? That landed them intention? Intention? Yes.
Mr. Cougar goes on the merry-go-round, but Mr. Dark has it spin backwards. As it does this, Mr. Cougar gets younger until he's just a small child.
So what you're telling me is a dark cougar gets on a merry-go-round, goes around backwards until it becomes young. If it was young, isn't it no longer a cougar? Forgive me, I popped in there.
And since the lightning rod guy claims to know when storms come, Mr. Dark is torturing him to reveal that information so that they know how much time they have.
So, you could say he's riding the lightning?
Now you just made me laugh.
You made me act like I'm tired, now I'm tired. I'm a method actor!
I'm going to do that one more time because I accidentally looked at the camera at one point. Anyway. Oh, get it off! It has legs! Ah!
I have legs!
Hey, I was happy with that line, yeah.
Inspiration.com